Test your physical perception anywhere and often.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see, to the window. Let's say I can do to the window in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost. Okay, sometimes I try to subtract the number of steps it'll take me to cover the same distance. So if I've covered a distance in 10 steps, I'll say try to do it in 9 steps or 8 steps, which is what you just saw me do. And I do that in the house, on carpet, but as we age, our gait has a tendency to shrink as the rest of our world shrinks and gets smaller. And so this is my way of trying to push against that, to continue to expand myself in the world, even as a lot of things around me are contracting. So this is what I mean when I talk about taking the exercises in the program and being able to incorporate them into your life. I was at the Derby and I was able to find a straight shot between my table and where I was going to get some food. And so I just calculated how many steps, I wondered, would it take me to walk from point A to point B. And then I gave it a shot. So I'm looking at the space, taking everything into account. I'm wearing different shoes. I've got some food in my hand that I'm carrying. So I'm going to guess maybe 25 or 30 steps to get to my table. So I was pretty close. I think it took me 33 steps. So I'm going to give myself a little grace on that. It's an active environment. Like I said, I had some things in my hand. But the important thing is that you just have that awareness that, hey, I can do this, and nobody's going to know. Nobody knew I was counting the steps. Where in your life can you notice what you perceive as being the distance between yourself and where you're going versus the truth of the distance? And can you explore that a little bit? Can you set goals for yourself? Can you start to work this into your life? I was out getting my hair cut. I saw another opportunity. Now this was a shorter distance, but there was a contrast between the flooring. So I want to keep my perspective focused on, let's call it the runway. There's also a much longer distance, as you can see. The space is relatively open. It's flat. There aren't a lot of obstructions. And so I could walk confidently, and there was a long enough distance that I could challenge myself. And then finally, as I was leaving, the differences were the terrain, going from indoor to outdoor. So this will be my starting point A, and my automobile will be my ending point B. Now this is just in my kitchen at home, wondering how many steps it's going to take me to get from the corner of the kitchen to the counter. And I guessed maybe 10, 11, and I got sort of close. While I'm here, I think I'll go over to my pantry and see how many steps that'll take. Okay, well, that little physical perception exercise took me about 10 minutes. I came downstairs and I thought, how can I practice that where I am? Does it require me going anywhere? It didn't require any special equipment. So I just kind of looked around at my kitchen and set a couple of spots that I was going to see if I could perceive the distance between myself and how many steps it would take me to get to whatever the location was. And I just did it. Now, as you can see, it didn't take any special equipment. I didn't even have to go to the gym. But I did have to pay attention. Periodically testing your physical perception is a good way to make sure your perception is aligning with the reality. When you're doing this with a facilitator, it's great because the facilitator can count the actual number of steps you're taking, and you recite something out loud from memory, which makes your brain focus on the recitation, not the number of steps, which is ideal. But if you're not, sometimes I do the subtracting number of steps, like I just mentioned, as a way to continue to work my physical perception and my gait, even though I don't have that outside person watching and counting for me. I'll be facilitating a breakout session at the Traeger Optimal Aging Conference in Louisville, Kentucky, April the 16th and 17th.
You can go to their website for more information. I'll also be facilitating a session at the Mid-Atlantic Intergenerational Conference June 3rd through the 5th in Atlantic City, New Jersey, hosted by the Stockton Center on Successful Aging in partnership with Penn State University.
Advertised in our church newsletter, what have you. We jumped onto the opportunity. We thought probably the class was full, called and said there's room for us. And so we came. The socialization and the exercise, the mental exercises, doing the mental things with the physical things, you know, trying to keep up with doing multiple tasks. Our breathing exercise we went through the other day, I think it's helped me because I do the deep breathing. I don't get as out of breath when I go up a set of steps or anything like that, you know. So
Yeah, good.
So I think it's helpful to stay here as long as you stay here.